wait till some people roll in here. What up, everybody? Just buy his icon drop. Yeah, I wish, dude. I wish. Just waiting for Giddy up to get in here. More gold foil. ABRB. Yeah. This thing's comfortable as hell, by the way, so. Mathcore? Yeah, I got some mathcore coming in. And I've got Lovely Day for Bloodshed tees. That's my second time doing them. I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. What's up, guys? One more hoodies. For what? Hoodies for what? Deathcore Peter Griffin. What's good, buddy? There's Giddy Up. Winds of Plague. I did Winds of Plague. Not that. Well, it was one of my first. In the first 20, but we did Cold Day in Hell. Yeah, this is their old EP. But yeah. So basically, probably not gonna do Winds of Plague because they actually wanted to keep it small. Will the Giddy Up Gangsta Bree shirts come back? They won't come back. But they will. We are doing other merch, and they're doing merch too and stuff. So check out their store. They have shirts on there literally right now. Yeah, they brought back an OG design too. So here, let's see if she works. Dividing the Masses would be sick. I've been talking to some guys from Dividing the Masses, so I do ship to the UK. Straight Edge merch? Yeah, Stay Brutal. I might do some Stay Edge shirts at some point. Maybe a green foil. Hold on here. I'm trying to invite Giddy Up Gangsta here. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. Stay Brutal gold foil shirts going into production. I ordered them today. So they're probably going to come in sometime after Christmas. I would imagine the holidays will slow them down. But yeah. Been there, seen that merch with X's. That'd be pretty. Sydney Shaw's happening. Oh, it is fucking Michael Fisher. It is you. Yeah, Sydney Shaw. We're doing Unable to Join. Let me know on that I Ate Everybody and Preschool Tea Party Massacre. Yeah, Preschool Tea Party Massacre would be wild. I reach out to them every couple of months, and they either say we'll talk about it or leave me on read. So, which is annoying because those guys I don't think understand how much their stuff's wanted. So, did you grab a copy of FFFC? They sold out pretty quick. What was that? Far From Forgiven? I got him on the first run, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I got him on the first run. Okay, I'm trying to add Giddy Up Gangsta here. Invite that again. Okay. Report, remove, block, pin, add, go live with. Dividing the Masses merch. Yeah. Dude, I've been wearing this hoodie all week. It's actually one of the most comfiest hoodies I've had. So, I have kind of a big head, so this hood actually fits and stuff. It's nice. So, yeah. There's a bunch of you guys in here, and this shit ain't fucking working. I know a hot lunch drop would be crazy. Hot lunch drop. Yeah, it would be good. Hold on here, guys. Bear with me. Usually it takes 2 or 3 tries, and then it kind of links up, but been there, seen that Diddy merch one. Oh, Diddy merch. Probably soon, yeah, for sure. Diddy merch. It come with some baby oil. Is there any grime bands you've been listening to a lot recently? Yeah, there's Tower of Rome and $25 Massacre are always in my they're always on my rotation. Weed merch and Hey,
What's going on? There we go.
look at that. Only
Yeah.
14 tries.
Yeah. What's going on?
How's it going, man? Avacat merch.
Good.
People are like asking me, far from forgiving, to do all this merch, and I'm like, I did this merch. You guys missed it, man.
Oh, the GG merch.
Not even that. They're like, do Winds of Plague, do this, do
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, shit, man, you guys missed out because I did Winds of Plague like years ago.
Yeah, dude, those guys were dope, man. We jammed them a lot back in the day.
Who, Winds of Plague?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got to do their first EP, Cold Day in Hell,
Oh, that's
before
dope.
they got signed. Yeah, it was sick and to work with like Johnny Plague and stuff was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Giddy up Gangsta's in the house. Yeah. What was I gonna say? This guy said something. Oh, everybody wants me to do straight edge merch too. I didn't know straight edge was like a big thing.
Yeah, is it still a thing?
I mean, it obviously is, but I just didn't think there'd be like, people. I've had like four people being like, when are we gonna get straight edge shirts?
Yeah.
Somebody said Brandon Lebesis because you look like
That's sticky.
that's
Yeah, he's the bass player. Yeah, that's what he calls me.
that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
When is straight
Yeah,
edge?
yeah. The straight edge scene was big in our area for a long time.
Oh yeah, same in
Yeah.
not so much here, but like in Detroit, yeah, it was like,
Oh yeah.
well, Detroit had who they had the Courage Crew or some shit.
I don't remember. We played there. So you're in Canada though, right? But you've got ties to Detroit.
Yeah, I'm like 5 minutes from the border.
Oh, okay, yeah. This was probably like 2008 when like there was like a big factory shutdown or something. So it was just like crazy there, man. Ghost town. You drive down the street and there's windows busted out of all these,
Oh,
shops and it was like what you'd see in a movie, like dark. Maybe every other street light was working, like crazy.
that's wild. Yeah, that's pretty much how some areas still are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely come up, but there's definitely areas that like I don't stop at stop signs.
Right. Yeah. Just keep on moving.
Keep on moving because it's like yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, we got a solid 40 people in here right now, so
nice.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, this will get posted to Instagram at the end too. And then it'll get I'll like extract it from Instagram and put it on the been there seen that YouTube as well. So
Okay.
usually my artist makes a cool like little like thumbnail and kind of does something
Oh,
fun with
yeah.
it. So
Yeah, Cam can hook it up.
yeah, Cam's doing some cool stuff. The rest
Yeah.
Gug direction.
The yeah. Yeah, he didn't want to get in here, I guess.
That's all right.
Dude, Cam.
What's weird though is sometimes if it gets a little glitchy when a third person comes in.
Yeah.
I've only done it one time with See You Next Tuesday, and it got really like kind of weird. But
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone come in that's from the band, I mean, I'm more than happy to try. But
Yeah.
it took us like 5 tries, well, probably 10 tries to get you in here. So
Yeah, I kept getting it, and the first time my microphone wasn't, I had to go in the settings and do the microphone. And then I saw it pop up a few times, and I would click it, and then it would just say like invite expired. It was weird.
oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's what it kept saying for me, but it didn't give me any sort of indication that you were even linking up to it. So it's cool to see a face though to who I've been talking to for.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, like not just you, but like, other people or fans like see
Oh,
pictures of us 20 years ago. I'm like, dude, that we don't even look the same.
because the picture we used for the flyer, you're just at a building.
Yeah.
Art
Yeah.
gallery.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure we don't look the same anymore.
Yeah.
So funny. Yeah, we might as well start it up and then we'll get this puppy rolling.
Let's do it.
Cool, man. So basically, what do you do? What band you in? What's going on?
I am Brandon Justice. I play guitar in Giddy Up Gangsta.
Giddy up, gangsta. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, that someone asked that, but that's literally on my question is who named the band and why?
Yeah. So I talked to the guys about this today. It was kind of like so we had an old friend that would kind of switch his style up all the time. We live like pretty far south. I mean, it's cornfields and all that good stuff, gravel roads. So, one day he'd be wearing his cowboy hat, and the next day bumping 3 6 Mafia, in his little truck. So it was just one of those things. Like one day we were just joking around, and someone was like, "Giddy up, Gangsta." How many cowboys you see rocking a flat bill or something? And it just kind of stuck, and we were like, well, no one's going to forget that. That's for sure.
That's
Yeah.
so like all you guys kind of out there in the sticks. Is that it?
Yeah. We're all same town, born and raised.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
And all you guys, do you guys all still live in the same area? Or do some of you guys move out?
A couple of them are within 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I live about 40 minutes ish away from them. But I mean, it's still relatively close, but
Oh, that's close. I was thinking
yeah.
like states away. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah. We're all still local and best buds and talk all the time. So,
Oh, that's cool.
oh,
I got
yeah.
energy drink as the late night tonight, so
Oh, yeah.
I got the big boy.
Oh, the monster. Those are the best, man. The green ones.
The green ones are. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't be drinking them as much as I should as I do.
Yeah.
They're, I don't know what it is. The taste is good too. I don't know. My
Oh
wife
yeah.
says it tastes like fucking gasoline and smells like oil or something. She's
Really?
like when I open it up in the car, she's like, I can't stand that smell.
Dude, I
I'm
love them. I don't even drink it for, I could drink that and go to sleep. Like I'm not like, oh, I need an energy drink, I need a Monster. I just love the taste of them.
oh, same here. I haven't had it this late at night, so I'm wondering if it's gonna ruin my sleep or not. So I'll
Yeah.
let you know tomorrow.
I see someone said, where did the brie brie come from? I mean, really, that's just kind of the sound, you make doing vocals, and it just kind of I don't remember if one of the other guys see that and want to comment something. It was just kind of like like the original shirt we had said "Skeet Skeet Bree Bree,"
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I would assume that's probably just a play on, of like some rap, Skeet Skeet.
yeah. You gotta add the skeet skeet. I
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, when we did the when I did the first drop, no one really was like, I want skeet skeet, but this drop,
yeah,
like, oh, why didn't you do the skeet skeet? And I was like, I think the old heads, are a
yeah,
little
yeah.
more against wearing that in public.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna walk around with a shirt that says fucking skeet skeet on,
Oh
on
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we made it. We dumbed it down a little bit, but
Yeah. Oh, they're dope. I love the way they turned out.
oh
Our,
yeah, they
our
turned.
old ones, our old ones just had block letters on the front, of Giddy Up
Yeah,
Gangsta.
yeah. Which I almost wanted to redo this time around,
Hmm.
but um, I just liked the kind of
Oh
death
yeah.
kind of like the old logos. So I was like,
Oh
let's.
yeah. No, I love it. It's dope.
Yeah. So, but those people really those sold really well. So people were uh people were excited.
Where's the GUG bus? Sorry if I'm getting you off track. I'm just reading some comments. That was an old ambulance we bought for like, oh, I don't remember exact cheap. I'm thinking like 400 or 500 bucks. It was like a 1985 ambulance. We just gutted the whole inside. We only had two front seats. We gutted the inside, put a futon mattress in there. Wasn't even like bolted, not supported at all. Just sitting in there. Then we would put all of our equipment behind that, like not strapped, just stacked to the brim.
That's so funny. So
Yeah,
that
and not
that
safe.
that was basically what you guys toured in.
Yeah, yeah, that was our first tour. We painted it black. That
Yeah.
graffiti was actually from someone's like a group of guys house we stayed at in Alabama, and we were just talking about this too. It's good that we went the graffiti route because the guy was a tattoo artist, and he's like, dude, I'll go to the shop. I'll go to the shop and get my stuff and give you all tattoos. He couldn't find his keys or something, and he's like, well, we'll just go get some spray paint and graffiti your van. Looking back, that is a way better idea than getting some sketchy ass tattoo in the sticks somewhere,
Right.
when you're
But
20.
so that guy did the design on the side of side of the van.
What's that?
Is it the same guy? That's the guy who did the
On
graffiti
the
on the side of the van.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's hard to see like a good picture of it because it's kind of like
I
color
know.
pixelated these days.
Yeah,
But
I wish I had a good one. I do remember that. So like he did like a bunch of like gray metallic behind it, like all the way around it. And I do remember that it was way better before that and would really stand out. But yeah, like I wish I had a really good picture of that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there's only that one picture I think we used for the CD, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it's still cool though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you kind of get the gist of it. But you know,
Yeah, yeah.
somebody asked favorite band to share the stage with.
Oh gosh. Um, I don't know if I can think of a favorite or maybe like the coolest. I was talking to the guys today. We made kind of a list of some bands we played with. Luckily our local scene had a guy that was in a local band that just really brought some really good national bands through.
Yeah,
I mean, we've played with Emir, For Today, Carnifex, Recon, A Plea for Purging. I mean, all these guys come through this, to us, a really small town, in Southern Illinois. So, but we've seen some interesting bands. Sean just brought up one. What was it? Wednesday night. Oh, if he's in here, Wednesday night something, and it was just like, uh, what's that?
he said something about that up like in the conversation much more. He said something about Wednesday night something.
Oh, what
Oh,
was
Recon would have
it?
been sick. Recon's heavy.
Yeah, this I was just thinking of this because like it stood out. Like the dude was wearing a dress, he had fake blood, like just they were just crazy. I can't even remember or tell you what the style was, but it was just like craziness on stage.
Sticky the barber says Wednesday night church fight.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
I've
like not
never heard of them.
Yeah, again, I they might not be good. I have no clue. Not necessarily like the favorite we've played with, just something that stuck out that was like crazy. You're watching it and you're like, "What in the world is that?" What did I just watch?
That's funny. I went to in 2007. I went to this festival called Bloodfest, or sorry, no, Gorefest,
Yeah.
and like tons of bands played, like Amir, Waking the Cadaver, like
Mhm.
Dance Club Massacre, Rose Funeral. But
Oh yeah.
there was this one standalone dude who was like throwing little plastic coins around and
Hmm.
dressed up as like a wizard, and it kind of reminds me of the story you're saying. No idea who it was or what the band was,
Right.
but it's stuck in my head. It's been like 20 years now, and I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
never know who it was. But like, I remember picking up coins off the ground. He had like Mardi Gras beads everywhere, and
Yeah.
he was like just going crazy. And I was like, that just stuck in my head for like ever, but I'll never remember anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does
We
he wear the finger stash? Yeah,
Yeah,
not it
that's
before I had
dope.
the real ones, so now I don't need.
Yeah. Man, I
Um,
feel like your quality's so good. Like I should have tried to get on my Mac or something.
is mine good?
Yeah, I don't know if you're on your phone, and I keep trying to hold my phone away from my face so I'm not like,
Yeah, I have it on my phone. I just got it propped up with like a stack of CDs behind me on a
oh
box.
yeah,
Uh,
I should have set something up, but uh,
this is good.
back with the guy that brought in a lot of good bands, Matt Tanner. He was in a local band, My Virgin Eyes. They've still got stuff out, and it's on Spotify, but they were really good. And yeah, he just brought in so many good bands. You mentioned Waking the Cadaver. We played with them. He put on like a big death fest here in a bigger town, like still close to us. You know, Waking the Cadaver, different breed of killer.
Oh, sick.
Whitechapel was supposed to play that, and they didn't show up. I don't remember what happened, but they didn't come. But yeah, I mean, he brought some good bands in. You remember I Wrestled a Bear once? We played with them.
I did Krista's old band this year's Addiction before she was in I Wrestled a Bear with her.
Oh yeah.
We
There you
did
go.
yeah, we did tapes and CDs for their stuff, and she was cool to work with. She's a funny girl.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That guy went on to. It was he didn't record the album with them, but Salt the Wound, Carnal Repercussions, he did vocals for them on that run. And then the drummer of his band, I might have told you this before. The drummer of that band went on to play with Rose Funeral and actually recorded the Resting Sonata.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's dope.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's probably their best album. I feel like.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that was really good.
God is pretty close, but it's
Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely up there. But
yeah.
Rest Sonata is like I think the group like I remember buying that in Toronto. Shit, I don't even know, but I had a layover. I was taking a Greyhound bus to Montreal, and there
Oh
was
yeah.
a 2 hour stop in Toronto, and I went to our local. It's called HMV. It's like our local. It was Canadian. It's called closed now, but it was like Canada wide. It was like that was our like record store, CD store, and they had a huge metal section. They had like the old Suicide Silence EP and like
Oh yeah.
stuff. But that's where I bought Rose Funeral because I was like, oh shit, I remember these guys because of Crucified Killed Rotten, but I hadn't heard Rest in Sonata in at
Yeah.
all. Like
Yeah.
just a fun thing. So everyone keeps asking. It is part of my questions down more, but everyone's asking. Everyone wants to know where the Frankie sample came from. I already know the answer, but explain. I've seen it like pop up like 5 times.
Yeah, it's not really a sample. So that little conversation is Kyle and Frank, our two vocalists. And me and Jonathan, the drummer, was just talking about this. So when we went in to record, I did all the guitars and bass because Sticky wasn't in yet. So I did guitars and bass. Jonathan did drums, and we were beat. So we left. We went to Fazoli's, got some food, and we came back, and they had that whole song done and tracked. And that's what they came up with on the spot. And honestly, we just talked about this too. If we would have been there, we probably would have shut it down. Because in the moment you're not thinking like, oh, that's gonna be, memorable. You're like, dude, what did you just say? Like, we're not doing that shit.
That's it's funny how things like that work. 'Cause I've talked to enough bands to know that like sometimes the things that they did on a whim were like their biggest thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether it was like a song title or like a part
Right.
or like a sample or something, like it's just funny how that works. How like it's just like
Yeah,
a random ass thing, but like it's to this
yeah.
day that's everyone's favorite part. Like there's
I know.
I've seen Instagram handles saying like I fucking ate her corpse or like
Yeah.
Frankie, what did you do and stuff. Like it's like hilarious how
It's so wild to us, like I'm not saying like obviously we don't think it sucks, but like we rushed into that. We were in other bands, still
right.
bands together, and we kind of just wrote these, did them quick, and then that's the only three songs. Well, really, the two songs in the intro we had for a few shows, and people would just want to hear it again, so we'd keep playing it, and then we wrote the new stuff. So it's just crazy. But I'm glad that people think it's good enough and sounds good enough that they think it's a sample, you know?
Actually, someone here, Dirt Fair, just says it sounds like it's from a movie. And
Yeah,
honestly, this whole time until you told me like last month, I thought it was a sample too.
yeah, that's
So
dope.
yeah,
Yeah,
I never guessed it was just. I
yeah,
knew I knew one of your vocalists' name was Frankie, so
yeah,
I thought it was a sample from a movie, and it was
right.
coincidence that you guys used it because of his name. That's how like that's how
Right.
I. Uh,
Yeah,
hilarious though. That's awesome. It's crazy how it stuck though. Like now you even have a shirt of it. Like it's
yeah, yeah. That was a good idea. That's one of those like when we started doing this again, we were like, how do we want to go about it? And we're like, we've got to just stick with the old school, what we were, we're not trying to form a new band, we're not trying to do new stuff because we are not like super technically talented, and there's so many good bands out there that are just insane and like just don't get traction. So it's like we're not going to get that traction, if unless we stick with the old stuff and kind of revive that MySpace OG type, vibe.
right. Yeah, and I think that's like a good call because I think a lot of that's where it's at right now. I think
Right.
MySpace era,
Yeah.
MySpace sound. Everyone's like, whether it's the new kids fall in love with the stuff we already loved, or
Right.
us to re-falling in love with it. Um, yeah. Who is
And
Harbison Party?
that's Kyle. That's the other vocalist.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought I because the last name rang a bell.
Yeah. Yeah. Then that's
Um,
Sticky the Barber. He's the bass player. So when I say OGs, like, so me, Kyle, and Jonathan were in bands together
mm,
before this, and Sean still came in very early. You know, even the guy that we had doing bass played one show, didn't work out, didn't record nothing. So like, I still think the original members, you know, me, Sean, Jonathan, Kyle, Frank, you know.
right. So those are like the OGs in your eyes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Frank did just, I mean, people wouldn't know unless they knew us or we said something, but Frank did like the real high, you know, more of like the death metal sound, you know, the gutturals, you
Yeah,
know, lows, the highs. Kyle was the one that like did like the face down, dead at the surface, no, you will not breathe, like the real tough, you know, mid that style, and you know that was Kyle.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, someone else just asked, did you use inhales or exhales? But I think he said inhales if you scroll or exhales.
yeah. Oh yeah, they all did exhales. Well, I'm answering that like I know shit about doing vocals, but
Right, that's fair. Well, that's why I was wondering if it was him that was in there because that was kind of a question that you wouldn't really know. But
yeah, yeah,
Icky the barber, I met John. He was like, "Hey, my band needs a bassist." The next thing I knew, I'm in their like swimwear.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Inhales on the breakdown for sure, but no, no inhales.
Yeah, I don't think you guys really do inhales, do you?
Kyle can answer that, but I don't think so. I've seen
Someone,
this too about being a teacher. There's no one that's a teacher.
you know
Yeah.
what's weird is that somebody else just asked that too. But there is, I've heard that multiple times from different bands that some members are teachers.
Huh. No.
I can't remember the bands now, but I
Oh,
definitely know that there's a few people that are like, because there's like kids that'll comment on my stuff, be like, "Oh, my teacher's in that band, was in that
oh,
band,"
that's dope.
and I'm like, "Holy shit, like that's crazy."
Yeah.
Someone asked something else. What's the story behind Stretched Flesh?
Like lyric wise, or
Good question. I would say lyric wise. Let's dip into that.
well, Kyle might be able to type that out. As far as I remember, I don't think we really went in like with lyric ideas, you know, or like a story. I think they just did it all on the spot, you know. But we were all about like horror movies, you know, and the
Right.
zombie movies, you know, and just some dark stuff. So I think it was just kind of where their mind was at, and it was just easy storytelling for them, you know.
Right. Which makes sense. I feel like back then a lot of bands were writing about horror stuff, killing
Yeah,
women, like just fucking, you know what I mean, just like crazy shit.
yeah,
The
and
lyrics
Frank,
back then were insane.
yeah, and Frank always had girl problems, so I'm sure that contributed to some of that.
I'm I'm sure.
Uh,
Maybe a dumb question. What's the sample from "In a Hunger Well Satisfied"?
like what sample? Let me think.
Is that the Frankie one?
Oh, that might be it. Yeah, no sample there. That was the two vocalists just spitting back and forth on you know.
Yeah, that we already answered that, but yeah, it's actually the two members um doing it. Someone else had a good question up here. Let me see here. Um, where the hell is it? Oh, how did you get the idea for the cover art? So maybe
Uh,
maybe touch on like yours, and then maybe we'll touch on like the repress cover too.
I don't know how to get the chat out of my face. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but
I think just tap. I think. Oh no, no, don't tap it. Doesn't do it. Yeah,
There we go.
there is a way.
Yeah, I just kind of tapped above it. The cover art, like for the original stuff,
Yeah, like where did you get that picture of that green girl?
honestly, I don't know. Frank just found an image, and I think he just went into paint and just like transposed it and changed
Oh,
colors and blacked out the teeth. And um, there's actually, oh, I wish I could share it with you. Um, there's actually a video going around on TikTok that my drummer's wife just sent us that is in a dentist's office, and it is like a painting based off of that original picture. Like you can just tell.
oh,
So I
really?
don't, I yeah, it's. I'll send it to you in a message, but it's. I don't have TikTok, so I don't know, but it's yeah, it's wild. So I don't know where it came from. Really, it's just it's nothing we made like originally. It was just heavily
Right.
edited.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which I kind of figured it was, but at the same time, I was like, back then, people it was like the Wild West with artwork back there. It was either an
Yeah,
artist or someone like totally like redoing the whole entire art. Keith
right.
is actually in here who did the original art, not the original story, the repress art.
Oh yeah.
Um, so he says the repress cover is one of my favorites to do. Yeah, so basically, let me grab the CD. So basically, obviously, it's a play on the original, right? But we kind of wanted to, soup it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry, I left this out. I just thought of this.
Yeah.
So me and Frank were in a band called Colombian Necktie, and one of our songs were called Curb Stomp. So don't quote me, and obviously Frank's not here to answer, but I feel like it's a play on that. It looks like the girl just got curb stomped, if everyone knows what that is.
Oh, I think if we watch American X, I'm sure we
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Um, how many other bands around y'all's area were doing the shit y'all were doing, or were you guys like the only ones?
I mean, as far as like the metal scene, like no, we had a lot of really good talent, but we didn't really sound like anyone, and it's hard for other people to judge that just based off of the EP, and like I said, that was not even our good stuff. But yeah, I mean, like obviously there were other people doing it and lots of good metal bands, but we were definitely like unique, and I think that's what helped us stand out and get popular and
Right.
have that good following. So like the style, I would say no one really sounded like us, outside of just being heavy metal. But
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No, that's a good question. That's cool. I'm gonna go back to this though. So
yeah,
basically, Keith, if you're in here, write some stuff out. Let's see what you. I wouldn't mind hearing your 2 cents. Somebody else asked me, who was it that said, "Do you have any Colombian necktie songs?" Was it you? Was it you?
yeah. I had asked.
Okay.
Yeah, I asked because well, you can get back to the city. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's. Okay. So basically, now that we know it was curb stomp, the chills doesn't make any sense. But no, I'm just kidding. I never. I saw her teeth chipped, and then I think me and Keith just kind of went along with like, well, how did she get the chipped teeth? You know what I mean? Like,
I honestly haven't even thought about that in years until just now. It just kind of clicked like, well, curb stomp,
right.
Um, so
But yeah. So basically, what Keith did was kind of do a play on the original art that Frankie had come up with,
mhm.
and basically kind of digitally redrew it. We made we put cool little chisels here. That way it's kind of like kind of ties in. Maybe the guy who's like opening her teeth is like taking them. And then that's why I still got a couple left over. Then that's why each one came with
Oh yeah,
uh a little baggie of blood with a tooth in it. Because it kind of went with the whole like, you know,
yeah.
ensemble there. Which
And
was cool because when we first pressed this, I did the blood bags and people like messaged me off the hook like, holy shit, that's fucking crazy. Like half the people thought they were real teeth, and I was like,
yeah.
it was great. So I was like, I got to do that again because I feel like people really enjoyed
Oh
it.
yeah, dude.
But
It's
yeah,
still it's so crazy to see like how good that turned out. Like, because we didn't ever press CDs. We burnt CDs on our computer back in the day and handed out a stack of
Right,
blank covered CDs. So like to
right.
see that come to fruition and like be printed, like it's dope. I'm so glad you did that.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad that we got to do it because it's just cool to have like a band that has such like a small catalog, but
Hmm.
also has such like what do you call it? Like such like a legacy, I guess. Like people are,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like it's cool to have it finally after like 20 years.
Oh
People
yeah.
have a collecting piece, and people like love this stuff. So it's like, yeah, I think it's great that people got to like to get to have a physical piece of this.
Yeah.
Keith said those are his hands. I posed them to fit on the girl sketch and drew it all together. Yeah, that's right. So those are his hands. He took a picture and like has like I remember him sending me the picture. It's like someone holding their lip up, and then he put his fingers on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Keith did.
So it's Keith. These are actually Keith's hands
Oh,
as
that's
well.
cool. That'd
Yeah.
be a cool like behind the scenes photo, to be able to get.
Yeah. That would
Cool.
be. I don't know if he did anything like that. He sometimes does stuff like that, like little behind the scenes, like
Right.
abses and stuff like that. But I'd have to ask him to see if he did anything kind of cool with that.
Yeah.
Uh, we blew the tire in Alabama. Seems like you guys held onto that van for dear life.
Oh yeah. That van was
Uh,
a death trap, man.
That's so funny. These guys are just having a good time, eh?
Oh yeah. I remember that we were on the interstate. I don't know what state we were in, but there was a full ass car door just in the middle of the road, and we had cars on. It was a 3-lane highway, cars on both sides of us, so we couldn't get over. Jonathan was driving, so he said, "Hold on, we got to straddle this bitch," and we ran over the car door and blew a tire.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I there's
Before we took off for tour, Jonathan's cousin is kind of like a handyman mechanic, tearing apart four wheelers and dirt bikes. And we had this. I can change oil and brake pads. That's about it. But we had this line hanging in the bottom of our van. Before we took off, we're like, "Hey man, come check this out. See what this is." Man, he's down there working, and he just cuts a big line, pulls out this cable. We were like, "What was that?" He's like, "Oh, that was one of your brake lines. You don't need it."
you don't
We're
need it.
we're yeah, we're going down hills, in the mountains of Tennessee, and if you hit the brakes too hard, you're veering to the side of the road. You got to turn that bitch all the way to the side.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I always thought was like crazy about touring bands that like you go all over the states and it's like there's such a high percentage of like getting into an accident.
Oh yeah. I think I saw Kyle say this. So the old vans had like the big. I think it was like a. I don't even remember the brand of the ambulance. I don't know if it was a Ford. Like those big Ford 350 vans, they've got the big
Yeah,
plastic center console that unlatches, and then there's like motor components there, right? We're
yeah.
driving, and this thing is just filling up our cabin of smoke, like just filling it up. And I remember pulling over, and we're pouring water on it, and a state cop pulls up. He's like, "Are you guys all right?" Man, we've got no shirt on. Half of us have mullets, stretched ears, and we're like, "Yeah, we're fine. Leave us alone." He's like, "Have a good day. We'll see you, boys."
That's that's crazy. That's pretty funny though. So you
Oh
guys
yeah,
didn't put out yours just like fuck it.
yeah, yeah.
I love it. Cops didn't want the smoke.
Yeah,
Um what
definitely
was I
not the smoke we had.
gonna Yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he just left that easily.
yeah,
But let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my questions because I feel like we we went
yeah.
through them.
Sorry.
No, not your fault. Just like I'm glad people are asking questions. I told them to
Yeah.
bring the question.
Oh yeah.
So you guys, what decided? Like, who decided to have two vocalists? What was the thought process behind? I know a lot of bands weren't doing it, so that probably was unique for you to like, you know.
Yeah, there was a few. No one. Let me turn this light up. No one locally, really. Um, but like I said, we played a handful of shows with a different breed of killer. Well, we already had the two vocals at this point, but a different breed of killer had that. Honestly, so like I said, Kyle, me, Kyle, and Jonathan were in bands together. Kyle always played bass, but he could do vocals really well. And he was kind of like, I'm done doing that. And I was previously also in a band with Frank.
Mhm.
So me, Jonathan, and Kyle started it. And Kyle's going to do vocals. And we kind of tried to like form a super band. Frank was one of the best in the area. Um, Even his stage presence, it just, rest in peace to Mitch Lucker, but like just really gave me that vibe, like he was all about intense, stage presence and just going wild. And that's part of like really wishing we had old videos just so people could experience that now, because he was just so intense. But uh, anyway, it just kind of, we just went with it,
Yeah,
like you said, you feel like a lot of people weren't doing that. We didn't have that there. So it was like, we're going to roll with it and just, and they fed off of each other really well and just always went nuts. So it worked out and we just kept at it.
that's cool. Yeah, you don't see it. You don't see it. I mean, I think the first time I ever saw it was seeing Despise Icon back in the day,
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
and I thought, oh shit, that's sick. Because one guy takes care of like the tough guy hardcore kind of vocals, and then the other guy's like
Mhm.
wheels and gutturals, and
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was crazy cool, and yeah, like you said, they feed off each other, right? So it's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like, you know what I mean. We wanted that fast back and forth as well. So
Right. Yeah, it's not like, one guy doing a line of, lyrics and then the other guy jumping in. Like they could go back and forth and, accent each other and hit things at the same time. And it just made it better. It's almost like what you could do on an album, they were able to do live with that.
right, yeah, because there's like so much range, right?
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, there's not a lot of live stuff on YouTube.
I know, man, we talk about that. Like, you mean of us?
Yeah,
Yeah, like, and we can get into that too, like just about how it was back then. But this is like, GUG started in 2007. I mean, we had the little handheld videos, but it wasn't really like
right.
on our radar, because at the time you're like, you never think it's going to end. It's not really like something you're thinking about. But now we're like, damn, why didn't we just document our tours? We could have so much footage or just have someone record every show, like
Yeah,
it's unfortunate. And, that's probably the biggest regret aside from not recording, our other stuff. um,
right.
and mostly just for us, to have. And even then, like, yeah, they had the camcorders, but like, dude, we had flip phones. We didn't have internet. Crappy. The pictures looked crappy. Imagine what a video looked like in 2007. You know what I mean?
It's true. I remember taking video and pictures too, and like it's funny because like at the time you think it's good. Like I'll take a picture in a venue of a band, and
Yeah,
oh, not bad. But then it's like fast forward to now and looking at now, you're
yeah,
like, fuck is that? Like how did you? It's the same with VHS. It's
yeah,
crazy. We thought that was good quality. Like we were like, yeah, that's top quality right there. And it's bizarre how crazy it's become. But it's the same
yeah,
thing. But I find I think it also depends on a lot of locals too. Like not necessarily the band like hiring someone to film them or whatever, but like
right,
it's the same. Like I always find like there like when I grew up in the scene, there was always like it seemed like females that would take pictures, videos.
yeah,
A lot of bands that I work with, like when we do little layouts with pictures and stuff, they're always like, "Yeah, let me hit up the old photographer. Let me hold up this person." So I feel like maybe you guys just lacked having like a couple, people that were like, "Oh, I want to take pictures all the time," or "I want to record this." And
yeah. We got a lot of pictures, and I
yeah,
think, part of it is we didn't really care then. I guess kind of going back to like you don't really think what you'll be missing out on in 20 years, in the moment. we didn't really care or think about it. And then even back to that, now you can make an awesome video on just an iPhone, and that just wasn't accessible back then.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Is there enough GUG footage for a been there seen that DVD release? Eh,
About a minute on YouTube. That's all we got.
that's cool. Well, let's
Yeah.
do it. No,
Yeah.
that's
We've talked about this. There was a video that Sean's sister took of us. I think it was in like maybe Missouri somewhere, but it was like an old school and it was like in an auditorium and there was a band there that had a really cool light show and they wanted to do the lights for us. And the video was awesome. And it wasn't YouTube though. It was put somewhere and we've looked and looked and I've tried to find it and just nowhere to be found. But it was definitely uploaded. And I can't even think, you might know like what some video sites were besides YouTube back then. Like,
back then. There
yeah,
was there was what was that one started with the Vimo or
Vimeo,
Vimeo or something?
maybe.
There
Yeah,
was that that was like not as big as YouTube, but like
yeah.
people would upload that. But other than that, like yeah, YouTube was like because YouTube came out in what like 2000 and like mid 2000s, right? And then it kind of
Yeah.
just like
I think it
blew up.
was like '04, maybe '03, '04.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. Like Photo Bucket was a thing. People would upload stuff to
Oh
Photo Bucket.
yeah, yeah, we used PhotoBucket. We talked about that not long ago. Like, man, if only we knew the login to that.
Oh, I get emails all the time saying check your or log in before you lose all your stuff. So like every couple of years I'll log in and see
Yeah,
all my photos so it doesn't like erase them. But I
right.
should I got some wild shit on there.
Yeah.
Um, who are the people named in the famous GUG photo?
I'm not sure of the photo, but I don't know what photo they're like. A photo of us, I assume.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they mean the one where you guys are. Isn't there like a mirror picture where you guys took it and they're like holding beers and stuff?
Oh yeah, that's not. I'm not. I don't think we're all in that, and that's just not even people in the band. Some of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Someone did ask if you guys ever played Ohio. That was a while ago, but it just popped in my head.
Yeah, I saw that was the Dead in My Eyes guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we played in Ohio. We played a lot. We did like Ohio, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, Kentucky, Indiana. We did a lot of shows around that area.
That's pretty good. Do you guys play Michigan too?
Yeah, yeah, we played Michigan. We played in Detroit.
Who did you guys play with in Detroit? Do you remember?
I can't remember. I don't even remember. And we've played so many shows. Like, there's only certain venues that really stick out.
Right.
I can't even remember the spot or the venue or who it was. I only remember like having that image of driving down the street of Detroit and it being just like out of a movie. Some of the other guys might be able to chime in, but
Right.
I don't know.
Someone says all those shows. There has to be more footage out there somewhere. I
I
bet
know we've said that too.
there's got to be someone out there that's like sent an old tape of like a set of your guys. There's
Yeah.
there's there's got to be somebody out there that's
I'll
just
tell you
like
what. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's put that mission out there. Someone find footage besides YouTube at the well.
yeah. Let's let's do that. First one to
Yeah.
do it. We'll get a surprise
Yeah,
gift.
we'll get them something.
We'll hook them with stuff
Yeah.
and find some. Cause that'd be sick to see like
Oh yeah.
as like a full set. Like that'd be
Yeah.
amazing. Because
Yeah.
then it probably would be cool to hear that stuff you guys played but never recorded.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like we know three full songs from that, like without a doubt. And I've played them still, over the years.
Right.
But yeah, there's a couple that we remember certain parts, or we might be mixing two songs up. So
Right.
that definitely would help.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I can't believe you guys are even trying to remember stuff that long ago.
I know.
I couldn't even. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I don't know how like I don't know if it's like riding a bike where it's like you can stop for 20 years and still do it. But like
Uh, yeah, I mean. I went I went a good chunk without playing. So when I first started back, like my fingers would be hurting. I couldn't run the scales, as fast as I used to.
Right.
But yeah, it is kind of like a bike, you kind of get used to it again, and once it starts sounding good again to you, you're more confident, you're playing better.
Right.
Um, and that was the biggest struggle. Like in my brain, I knew the stuff. It was just getting myself to be able to play it and play it to speed and play it on time.
Right.
But Sean is an amazing bass player, and he has continued to play in bands and play music, so he's never lost it.
Oh, so he's just been like blowing through life playing his
Oh
instrument.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's cool though.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So basically, the two vocalists, and then I was gonna say the unreleased stuff. You guys are trying to do anything like you guys are trying to like remember all that stuff, right?
Yeah, oh, sorry, my phone went crazy. Yeah, like I said, we know um a solid three of them
Nope.
that me and the drummer play every time we get together. Um, and then we know enough of the rest to, even if it's not exact, we're gonna piece it together. I wish we knew it, fully, but I'm happy that we know the three that we do, like not altered. This is
Right.
what it was in 2008. So that's what I want people to know too. Like kind of we talked earlier, like it's not GUG coming back and trying to make something new. This is legit our set from 2008 that we never got to record, so we're mostly
Yeah.
doing it for us. And if people don't like it, it's for us, so that's most
Right.
important. But hopefully people will like it, and obviously it's not gonna. I don't even really consider us like deathcore, I mean, when I think of deathcore, I'm thinking, Suicide, JFAC, Black
Right.
Dahlia Murder, we're not really that, heavy. But yeah, so I mean it's not gonna sound like, new music per se to us, especially.
Right. Yeah. It'll be more so new for the fans.
Yeah,
Someone said see you next Tuesday, Giddy Up Gangsta show. No, that would be perfect, they said.
that would be dope. I don't know if we I don't they might be able to tell me. I don't know if we ever played with them. I know we played with Arsonists Get All the Girls. They're kind of that,
Oh
math core type,
yeah, yeah.
Um, oh, then yeah, like real deathcore, like Waking the Cadaver, like yeah, we played with them. Nothing like that.
No, those guys are wild though.
Yeah. I
Um,
kind of think the new stuff, well, the old new stuff, our vibe kind of went more towards like Acacia Strain, that recon Acacia kind of style with some like, old Bring Me the Horizon type, Count Your Blessings style, and uh Parkway, OG Parkway was a big influence for me playing.
that's pretty. Yeah, Parkway Drive was their first album was really good. I kind of fell off after that.
Yeah, most of the time when I talk about bands like that, I'm listening to the 2006, 2008 stuff, like Horizons from Parkway. I couldn't tell you anything after that.
Right, right. Yeah,
Um,
no idea.
yeah.
But someone says what'd they say here? It went up. Oh, what tuning do you guys play in?
We recorded that EP in Drop A.
Okay.
Sticky might remember. It's either Drop A or just A standard, but I play in G right now, so it's gonna be pretty heavy. Yeah, he said A tuning. Yeah, so EP was in A, and now I play in G.
Sick.
Yeah.
Someone said, did you play with So This Is Suffering?
That doesn't sound familiar. Where, if they're still in here, where are they from? Is it from
I
that?
think California. I could be wrong.
Yeah, no. Unless they would have ever come somewhere over here, we never
Right.
went. We never went west like that.
Someone said they can't wait to wear their Giddy Up Gangster shirt tomorrow to a show.
Oh, there you go.
It's sick to see. They just. I think I tagged the band in it, right? That guy that's just like, um,
I think so. I've seen a
There,
couple.
there was two videos. One guy's just like moshing, you can see the bree, and then
Yeah,
that dude that's doing the karaoke.
that's wild. Yeah,
So funny. I was like, someone
yeah,
taking it, and I was like, holy shit.
yeah. Dude, I've watched that, and it's got like 18,000 likes. So I
Yeah,
can't imagine how many views are on it.
yeah. When someone tagged me in it, I think the views. Oh no, you can't see the views. I don't think, but there was likes. There was like 9,000 or something, and that was like
Yeah,
right in the beginning.
I remember when he first posted it, like when you sent it to me, and I looked, and it was like he said something like 37,000 views in like so many hours.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I was like, damn,
yeah,
this guy was
yeah,
covering Yodos on the
yeah.
fucking karaoke.
I showed my wife, and she was like, "Is he supposed to sound like that?" I'm like, "Dude, he's that sounds good. Like, Craig Owens wasn't like a pretty singer. Like, that's pretty spot on. Like, he pulled it off. It was good.
Yeah, the comments were like, this dude needs to start a band.
Yeah, he was good.
Peter, Deathcore Peter Griffin.
Oh yeah,
He says, shit, where'd he go? Excited for the new Giddy Up Gangsta, and is there anyone you'd love to have featured on the new stuff? It's a cool question.
uh, we've got some stuff in the works with some people. I don't really want to say nothing. One, because we want to make sure it our recording goes well, and we don't want to say something and then it not work. But we've got some new and old people potentially on the list to come in for some features.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you don't want to spoil it, but it's
yeah.
probably it's
It'll it'll
probably
it'll be dope. One of them is a really dope up and coming band, like super good, and the other one's an OG
nice.
band. I mean, they're still relevant too, but they're from our time era, so
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone said the guy moshing in the Gug merch was here in Vegas. I also played that show in the Giddy Up Gangsta merch. Hell yeah,
that's
definitely.
dope. Yeah, keep wearing it, keep sharing it.
Yeah, make sure you wear it like in cool areas. We should have like a contest and have people like take selfies in crazy areas and see who the funniest one is, and then give them a
Oh
free shirt.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've never worn my own band shirt, but we just went to Mexico and I wore it. Just hoping someone in the airport or in Mexico would say something that just make my day.
The ones that I sent you?
I haven't got that one yet. It was just an old one that I had. I haven't got that one. Did you send me one of these new ones?
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. I haven't gotten it.
Did you get the CD?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see about the shirt. I'll check my shipping thing. I'm pretty sure I threw a shirt in for you.
Okay.
Extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. If
Yeah.
not, I think I have one in my closet.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah. I'll get you one either way. But
Yeah.
any older band recommendations?
Like old local bands or like old bands that I still listen to.
Um, not really sure what they mean.
My rotation, like as far as metal, is still like the old stuff. Like when I talk about those bands, like
Yeah.
Emir, it's still from the Gallows. Recon, Viper
Oh,
City, um, Parkway. Horizons. I listen to new stuff, but it's like what I listened to 20 years ago is what I'm still listening to.
yeah.
The Dead Walk by Acacia Strain is always going to be my favorite. I mean that album's perfect.
That album is yeah, I think you said it best. It's
Yeah.
pretty. I remember seeing them when that album came out, and man, was it heavy. I saw a girl get roundhouse right in the head,
Oh gosh.
and the ambulance had to come. It was crazy, but
Yeah.
yeah, just they put on. I mean, they still put on a crazy show, but I feel like back then they just put on. People were just crazy for them.
Yeah, and not that the new stuff they've done isn't good. I mean, obviously it's dope. It's just I think part of it is more of like the vibe and the feeling you get, from when you're 20. It's just you put that on and it's like this, you know it all. It's just comfort.
Right. Someone says just tuned in, and there's been any talk about more CDs being for sale. Um, Probably not.
Yeah.
We did two runs already. We sold like between the two runs probably over 200 CDs, I'd say. So
Yeah, I mean, I
um,
say we count our blessings there. It's still wild to me that in 2025, people buy CDs as it is.
yeah, I thought CDs were gonna go downhill, but I kind of noticed people were picking it back up, and I feel like and I think the younger kids, it's a more affordable way to support a band than
Oh
buying,
yeah.
a $60 record. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's just easier for these younger kids, and that's like a bulk of like people that buy my stuff are like
Oh
all these
yeah.
cool finding the scene and being like, "Yo, this is crazy. This is cool." You know
Yeah.
what made me feel really old though was someone messaged me about buying a CD and said, "Oh, my dad used to listen to them." And I said, "What?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, I'm 15 years old."
That's
You,
wild.
my dad said, my dad showed me this band, and I was like, that made me feel like true. Like we would be having kids that are like our age now.
Oh
That kind of
yeah. Yeah, me and Jonathan kind of joked, Reverend's killing it, for new bands, and Josh is so young, and he reminds me of Mitch Lucker, and
yeah.
that's how he reminds me of Frankie too. And it was kind of just like a joke, like, oh shit, Frank could be Josh's dad, I mean, because we're that old, it's wild.
It's true. Actually, I just saw Reverend with Psycho Frame like last week, and man,
Oh, that's
like
dope.
Reverend was like for a young band, they're like
Oh yeah, I love seeing that, man. The young kids bringing that style back, like they're killing it. They're good. I love seeing that.
it was crazy. Like he reminded me of Mitch Lucker. Like I've seen Mitch
Oh
pre,
yeah,
and yeah, most of the vocalists kind of the more into their set, the more kind
yeah,
of lower they get. But this was
right,
just Mitch is just like wild, and
yeah,
Josh, I think his name was Josh for Reverend, right?
yeah,
He was the same thing. He was just wild for
yeah.
25. He was crazy, but yeah, there's been a lot of questions here. Um, I searched y'all on MySpace, and that's how I found you. That's cool. I like that. That's an OG. Did you guys think you get this much love years later?
No, honestly, like, I mean, we didn't have anything on YouTube, and every once in a while we'd get on there and look, and there's 30,000 views on a song someone put up of ours, multiple 20, 30, 60,000, and I'm like, that's so wild. And the idea kind of started coming, to kind of revamp it and see what happens. And even when I got in touch with you, I had no idea what a MySpace revival was. Like, I had no clue that this whole movement was going on. Like, I'm not in the music scene anymore. I don't follow that. I don't have social media. So, like, it was all new to me and I had no clue. And then once it kind of started getting rolling, I'm like, wow, people are like, loving this still, almost 20 years later. It's wild.
Dude, even from first press to second press, like the first press I think was like 70 CDs,
Hmm.
and I sold those out in like a couple of days.
Yeah.
I sold 170 of your CDs in like a day
That's
now.
wild. That's
Like if
wild. If you would tell me you sold 100 CDs of ours in a month, I'd be like, wow, congrats, man. Like, that's wild.
it's true though, like a
Yeah.
lot of these bands don't think that people give a shit anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
And it's like I've worked with so many bands. They're like, dude, you don't want to press us. Like nobody cares. And I'm like,
Yeah.
let me do it, and I'll show you.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, you sold 100 CDs, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
these kids are loving it, and I'm here
Yeah.
for So yeah, even the shirts, like I I don't even know, 155 shirts or something we sold. Like
Yeah.
just crazy, dude, crazy. Let's see. I'm trying to scroll up. You guys should drop the lyrics for AHWS. I'm covering that song for my first show. I've deciphered most of the lyrics.
Oh man, I've tried to sit down and write them out. I really wanted to try to do that when you did this drop and put them on more of like a
I
four
know.
fold out, but I've not really had the time to sit and do it. I think it's going to be a group effort. most of it, I think we probably know if we wrote it out. I just haven't done it. But yeah, that's something we could do in the future, make a cool little poster with some lyrics on it or something, you know.
Yeah, or even I know some people that can make like a lyric video. Be sick.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Throw it up on
Yeah.
YouTube. Like, is the songs, how's the lyrics, as the songs are going, kind of
Oh
like.
yeah. That'd be cool.
Who said something about Recon doing so? Recon's playing shows here and there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're too crazy with touring. Sorry if you answered this question already, but will Gug have a comeback show? I did see that a lot.
Yeah. Right now, I'm not saying never. I'm not saying that chapter's closed. But our focus right now is just recording the EP. But I mean, yeah, who knows? We've all got kids, and families. Plenty of people still doing that. Sticky, Sean, he's still rocking it, and that's awesome. Uh, I mean, we'll see. You never know. Never say never.
That's true. Yeah,
I will
I've
say
seen a lot.
it's probably a lot different now. Like I don't even know if there's a scene, around here for that. We'd probably have to travel somewhere. Um, and not that we're like anything, but make sure it's not just like a little local show, like if it was some type of small get together festival type thing, or like an all day event, something like that maybe.
Right. Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to link up with, like, if you guys ever do play with show,
Hmm.
it'd be cool to link up with Jerome.
Yeah, I didn't realize those guys were, and I talked to Ben before. I was like, how did we never cross paths? We're 4.5, 5 hours south
Yeah.
of Chicago, and it's the same time frame, and maybe we did, and just didn't realize it.
I mean, true, that could have happened, but I think Ben said back then they played like 6, 7 shows tops.
Oh, really?
Like, and then they kind of just fizzled out.
So is Monsters that old too, or is that a newer band?
Monsters is, I think, 20, 2009 to 2011, 12.
Right.
They're
Okay.
kind of, as MySpace was fading out and Facebook was coming in,
Right.
that little window is this monster. So they're still part of like the MySpace, like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they were like a little bit ahead of it. But yeah,
Right.
Ben plays in Monsters too, so that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. That'd be dope. That'd be a good show.
That'd be a crazy show.
I think it'd be really cool to get a bunch of that type, of OG MySpace bands, just come together and do a show.
Oh, 100%. And then throw in a couple of new guys.
Yeah.
Like Dead in My Eyes would be cool. They're from Ohio. I think you know them, right?
Who is it?
Dead in My Eyes.
Yeah, one of the guys from that band is like one of the first people that started following us, and I, just talking to him, and they're good, man. It's crazy to see someone like that's that young, and like have the Bree Bree shirt, or I listened to their EP that they put out, and just similar, like cadence and lyrics to a song, like that old of ours, like drawing influence from that, It's not
Right.
like it's not like it's two new bands, ripping something off. Like you're just inspired by a 20-year-old song. Like that's awesome, just wild to me.
I love that they did the a little node to the Giddy Up Gangsta shirt, and they did their Bree
Oh
Bree.
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
I
the lime green, yeah, it's
oh,
dope.
they were like, "Hey, do you think that they'll care?" And I was like,
No,
"Flattered. I think they'll dig that for sure."
yeah.
Like,
And again, Brie Brie, I mean, that's not like something we have coined. It's just we happened to put it on a shirt when no one else did,
right.
and it just got popular.
And then Acacia Strain came out with a shirt that said "Bree Free since 2003."
Yeah, yeah, I remember
I
that.
I used to have that shirt. I sold it.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone said, "I'm curious. Does anyone know Pope Benediction?" But I'm thinking Pope Benedict, and that was a grind band from Tijuana.
When I think of Tijuana, I think of Grace Gale, if you remember them.
Oh man, yeah. They that show I was telling you about with the guy with the coins.
Yeah,
Great. Scale played that too.
Oh, I loved them, man. They were
Those guys
wild.
were so good.
What is it?
I said they were so good.
Oh yeah,
Grayscale.
yeah. I feel like that's one of those if you turned that on now, you'd be like, this is like not good, just quality wise and stuff,
The quality's not the best, but I think the just the style was fun.
Oh yeah, this is so good.
Like I don't even know because then they put out a second album. It was almost like pop punk.
Yeah.
But that first one, that's like I don't even know what kind of genre you would say it was.
I don't know. I might be making this up too, but I remember them doing like a side project that was like some rap stuff. Do you remember 303, that like band or group? I really feel like some of those guys formed that. I
Something to
might
look
need to,
into.
yeah, I need to look. I really feel like I remember that.
That would be wild if that's the
Yeah.
case. Grayscale was sick. Dead in My Eyes is still in here. They're sending some Black Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Is there a band?
I saw them say something about Ohio. Yeah, we played Ohio and we did quite a few shows in Cincinnati.
Someone said, "What shirt has Bree Bree Skeet Skeet?"
That was just the same, Giddy Up Gangsta front. It was just the block letters on the front. It was just like our very first run of shirts.
And then you guys did the other one that you reprinted today, right? Or
Yeah,
like,
the horse. Yeah.
did you have somebody redraw that?
No, I asked the guy if he happened to have that, and he doesn't. So we just kind of, I don't know how they did it, but just copied it, photoshopped it, I don't know, and kind of just blew it up to scale.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's actually the OG art then.
Yeah, it's the actual image. Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want everyone to listen to Daughters or Robinson. Yeah, Robinson was crazy Ohio band. Have you heard of them?
Uh-uh.
They put out like an EP and then a full length on this record label called DeBello Records. But
Hmm.
it's like some of the craziest like grind you'll ever hear. They were like insane.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's an easy one. Favorite Christcore bands. Most people may not even know, but From the Shallows was a Christian band.
were they?
Oh yeah.
They just
Well,
repressed their stuff.
I guess I can't say I know that for sure, but I mean, according to the internet, that's what it had said. Unless I just made that up.
I think in their thank yous, I remember reading their thank yous, and it said Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But who I don't remember. I mean,
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But From the Shallows just repressed
Oh yeah.
their with Tribunal Records with like extra unreleased stuff.
Yeah, I've listened to it. Those guys are definitely on my rotation all the time still too. I mean, that album was
So
awesome. Isn't wasn't Brandon Ellis in that band?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Brandon Ellis from the Black Dahlia murder.
That's a good
I'm
question.
I'm like 90% sure he was in that band.
I'll have to look into it. Maybe I'll ask. I talked to Marco from the Shallows. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
ask him.
Yeah.
Uh, Race Core bands though, like Underneath the Gun is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Those guys are and Impending Doom. Nailed Dead Arisen is like the perfect
Oh
album.
yeah.
Like there's no doubt. I wish they would have kept that sound because that's crazy. Like when I first heard them, I was like, Christian band? Like
Yeah. Sticky said TG. What is that?
TGI? I think the
Oh,
Ghost
Ghost
Inside.
Inside. Yeah.
The Ghost Inside, I liked their first album, but I kind of fell off after. I wasn't like
Yeah.
a huge fan. I seen them live a couple times just because they were on the bill. But like
Yeah.
my first metal show was Impending Doom. That's sick. I have their old I have their old demo before.
Yeah.
That stuff is heavy too.
Yeah. For Today was a good Christian band.
I never got into them. I tried
Uh,
again recently, like last week, literally, and it's
Yeah.
just I don't know, just didn't click with me.
I didn't listen to their newer stuff, but like I forget the name. They had an album, I think it was called like Ezekiel, and then one after that. That was good. After that, though, I couldn't tell you anything
I think
really.
their first record before the vocalist was the vocalist, they were like a pretty heavy deathcore band.
Oh, really?
I forget the cover, but it's like red. It's very amateur looking, like someone just used Photoshop
Hmm.
on.
Yeah. Huh.
Someone said, "Do you know the band Pencil Lead Syringe?" Yes, I actually did one of their. I did their demo a couple years ago. I think they're from Inland Empire in California.
Hmm.
But they were a good band. They were crazy. Tony Danza, Impending Doom, and Arsis Gale the Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Tony Danza was crazy too.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Um, I don't know. I don't know, Dom, if they were just no. Yeah, the Ghost Inside was cool.
Yeah.
They had, what was that one song? "See You When the Sun Sets" or something.
Oh, yeah.
That was a cool song.
Hmm.
Um, so someone already asked favorite bands to play with. Um, or did you answer that? Did you answer that? Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I didn't. I mean, that's when I kind of started talking about that Wednesday night church fight.
Right. Right. Right.
I mean, favorite bands to play with. Salt the Wound came through quite a bit. Like I said, for the ties of the local vocalists, they were always good. Man, maybe they can, if they're still in here, chime in on something. I'm trying to think of some bands that we would like happen to meet on the road,
Right.
often.
Yeah. Did you play with any bands that were small at the time but then grew up to be really big, like Whitechapel?
Uh, I don't know. The only one that comes to mind is A Different Breed of Killer because I don't think they had two vocalists when they got signed. So we played with them like, quite a bit before they were real big, and then they got pretty big. The
Yeah.
other ones were, already, big, like Carnifex, Rose
Right.
Funeral, Amir,
Right.
they were already big. I don't know. I don't know.
A Different Breed of Killer was big. They were on Rise Records, weren't they?
What? I don't know. It might have been Rise. I was thinking it was like Face Down, maybe. I don't know.
That's a good question. I think it. I don't know. I have the CD somewhere, but
Yeah.
I think it's. I think it. I thought it was Rise. His Face Down was more like. Weren't they more like Christian oriented or no?
I don't know.
As
I
Blood
do.
Runs
I do
Black.
know that A Different Breed of Killer has a second album.
Yeah.
You can find it on Bandcamp, I think, and I don't know why it never came out, or why even on their own now they haven't put it out. But
Well, the story behind that is they had a like a Kickstarter type thing,
hmm.
and then they yeah they took the money and paced out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, that's why. Because I had somebody reach out, and be like, "Hey, would you do their unreleased album?" And I was like, "I don't know if I trust them."
Yeah.
um, Someone said, "Gathered here today." Oh, Hearts
Oh
is.
yeah. That
Yeah,
was a.
those guys are so good.
Oh, you know them?
Oh, I'm talking to them. I'm probably gonna do a discography CD for them.
Oh, who are you talking to?
I'm in a group chat with like four of them. Uh,
Andy.
Andy's one of them.
Oh, he's awesome, dude. Yeah,
Uh,
we played with them a lot. They're really good,
I've been
really
looking
good.
for theirs for so long because I've seen a few of them. They're crazy designs. They're sick.
Yeah, they're really
But
good.
they have a couple different styles. Like there's the Emir style where they're kind of like
Yeah.
heavy. Then there's a little metalcore-ish to them, and then like,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, those guys are so good. Kentucky,
Yeah.
let's go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kentucky other band was Four Story Massacre.
Yeah, they Gather Here Today was always like they're from Kentucky, but they still played a lot of like shows with us, like local shows, and they were definitely one of the favorites. They were dope.
Yeah, those guys are. Yeah, I'm really excited to do their stuff because I remember having. I forget in remembrance of. Does that make sense? Is that one of their albums?
I think so.
But I remember downloading that a long time ago, thinking it's like very Emir-ish, but
Oh
like
yeah,
Gallows style, and that's like
yeah,
heavy fun. And the
yeah.
vocal is so like he has so much like emotion in his
Oh
vocal.
yeah, yeah.
Y'all ever play with Cholera?
No.
No, those they were a good Ohio band too.
Oh yeah. Well,
Uh,
I say no. I mean, there's tons of ones that I'm forgetting. You know.
um, I was gonna ask, what's your thoughts like on the whole revival itself? Like, what are your
It's wild, man. Like I kind of touched on earlier. I love seeing the young kids, you know, doing that. It's awesome.
yeah, yeah, it's cool. I because there was like a blip of a reunion, a revival. um, it was like 2000 and I want to say it was like right when COVID hit, and
Yeah.
there was a couple of bands like A Winter's Remorse, the Queen Guillotine. There was a couple of bands that were starting to do the MySpace like deathcore, but it didn't
Hmm.
go on. Like nobody was really like,
Right.
you know what I mean. And then like the last year and a half, 2 years,
Yeah.
it just like popped right off, and like
Oh
people are
yeah.
merch collecting, CD collecting, like just
Yeah.
it's a huge thing now, and it's I love it. I'm it's like reliving my my early 20s again.
Yeah.
It's sick. Shoot the Girl first, impress their first album. You should work with Shoot the Girl. I wish I wish I could have. There's some bands that I just can't like. I can't find anybody in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, I might have misunderstood. Let me again because I've been out of this. So we talk about the revival. Is this talking more like new bands bringing out that style, or like us coming back, Jerome coming back?
um, I was more so thinking of like the new bands, like
Okay.
Reverend.
Okay.
I was just kind of wanted to see like someone who grew up in the original scene. I
Right.
wanted to see what you thought
Okay. Yeah.
about like the new scene that's trying to mimic the old scene. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I think it's great, and I think it's still different. You know what I mean? Like Reverend, for example, like they're still doing their own thing and killing it. You know, it's not like you take a new band and you're like, oh, this is cool, but it's just like so and so back in the day. I think it's great. You know, a lot of these kids are so young that are doing that.
right. Um, yeah, it's definitely cool to see. I was reading Keith's question here, or sorry, answer. He was putting the record labels that some of the bands we were talking about on. My bad if you'll answer this, but who made the logo? That's cool.
I don't know. I mean, I assume Frank. It's nothing like we never had it really drawn out by someone, besides the shirt we just did, Adam, he's a tattoo artist, he drew that out, but I think just Frank made it.
He's Mr. Talented.
Yeah.
No, that's cool though. And then I think Keith kind of redrew it for the
Yeah.
press and kind
Oh
of
yeah.
kept it original as we could.
Yeah, it's dope. I love it.
It's hard to keep files for 25 years.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's weird because it's either bands kept nothing or everything. There's no in between.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm noticing. Either I'll hit up a band and be like, let's do something. I have nothing. That was like 14 computers ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's some bands that are like, boom, boom, boom. I got files. I've
Oh
been waiting
yeah.
for kind of thing. It's
Yeah, I've
pretty
been
fun.
waiting for this. Yeah, that's right.
Um, Someone said your logo is one of their favorites. Uh,
Awesome. Appreciate it.
does anyone remember the band She Is a Liar? Yeah, I have one of their shirts. Their CDs are hard to find though. I don't have one of those. But I bought. It's funny stories. I bought the She Is a Liar shirt off of Ben that used to be the guitarist for Amir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was selling a bunch of his clothes once, like a bunch of band
Hmm.
shirts. But I bought a bunch of them off of him. He has some pretty cool stuff. Um, so your thoughts on the revival? So let's touch on both then. What's your thoughts on the bands coming back?
Man, I mean, like I said, I've kind of been out of it, I think
True,
it's awesome though, I mean, I assume a lot of it is kind of like the same feeling we got, like kind of, whether it's kind of regretful or missing out on something or like, man, why did we hang it up, just getting that rush or that feeling back.
because when it started happening, I at first I was afraid people were going to think it was like a cash grab. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Make some money off shit we did 20 years ago, blah blah blah. But like, no one ever said that, and I was like, well, I'm glad I was wrong because they were
Right.
shitty. But
Yeah.
these bands that are coming back, just I think things come back in full circle. So I think
Right.
like Jerome, for example, I think we did their CDs and shirts. They flew off the shelves, like just like Giddy Up Gangsta. And then I think that kind of like there was like, oh, like there's a want for us still. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And
I honestly, I mean, like I said, we're not counting out shows, but seeing that Monsters reunion show, like I wish we were ready and could do a show like that would be dope.
yeah, did you go to that show?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah. I wish I could have planned it and some of us could have went because like I said, that's not far for us really.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. I went to Jerome like a month before that show was announced, and
Yeah.
I'll go to Chicago a month later. That I already went, so I was like,
Right.
I'll skip this one out. I've seen Monsters a few times and they were really good, but Jerome I've never seen because they played like 6 shows. So I was like,
Right.
I got to see Jerome. It was
Oh
sick.
yeah.
Um, yeah, who's I saw one on Discogs running for about 300. Are you guys talking about Underneath the Gun? Yeah, their first album goes for stupid money. That's another thing. Collectors are like CDs are going for a lot of money.
That's wild.
Like not so much mine.
Hmm.
Some people are selling them, but like just like OG. Like if you look and try and find like the first EP from Chelsea Grin,
Hmm.
$300 easy.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's funny because I bought mine for $5 at the merch
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but there's tons of bands. Do you remember the Oklahoma, the Sacramento band Elysia
I don't know. Oh, Elijah?
or Elijah? It's
Yeah,
J.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
might be saying it wrong.
I I don't know.
Yeah.
I just pretend I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But their CD, yeah, I've seen someone drop $500 on it once.
Wow.
Crazy, but
Yeah.
that's that's what people are doing. They get
Hmm.
all the extra money and they're like, "Fuck yeah, let's blow it on a CD."
Right.
But in our 30s, people just have their lives together in the same space to do stuff. Now, Short Bus Pile Up, Short Bus Pile Up is so good. I did their early discography. Explained it the way I know Nights of the Abyss is operating. Yeah, Dead Order Drowning CD. Some dude listed it for 590. Come on, that's so funny. Um, there was another question. Maybe I missed it. Someone said the yeah. Been there, seen that. Thanks for giving us the fire to start jamming again. Oh, that was Harbison,
Oh
Mr.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad that there was a little fire lit for you guys. I think I love when that happens. I love when bands work with me and then kind of go, oh, like maybe we should do a little something, and
Oh yeah.
because like that's awesome. Like I would love to see, especially bands I never really got to see live and they start playing shows. Like that's fun. Like Jerome, for example, is a great example. So
Yeah.
um yeah.
I wonder though how that would go too, because like we played, I mean, we were young, we didn't have families, and we would just go play for hours, every day. And we were so tight and we really took like we really wanted to be as tight as we could, put on a good show, so we were very, very like persistent on practicing like it was a show, like it sounds cheesy saying it, but like synchronized headbanging, just the whole line, on the stage is slamming in sync, like that was dope.
And that's kind of what Reverend was doing with their live show when I saw them last.
Yeah.
Like they did these crazy bass drops and like
Hmm.
synchronize and just like headbang and play the guitars and like
Oh yeah.
it's like it gives you goosebumps. You're kind of like, oh shit, like that was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyle just said I may break my back slamming nowadays. Yeah, like I don't know how we would do that.
That's hilarious. Dude, I don't mosh. I just stand there, and by the end of the show, I'm exhausted.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my feet hurt, my knees hurt, and I'm like, dude, like I'm not 18 anymore. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Fuck. Been there, seen that. Could you find me a penciled syringe shirt, please? I'm doing another one of their releases, so maybe we'll do a shirt with it too. I think their old demo, they found the files to it, so I'm gonna do that. Um, been there, seen that. Thank you for the Wanted for Murder comp. Oh, dude, yeah, the Wanted for Murder is so good. It's a Mexican deathcore band, but they're like the vocalist has like an insane um range and just like nasty.
Hmm.
Um, if y'all come back, you gotta have some in sync shit, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, we would. I think that's what set us apart too. Like there were all sorts of good bands, but just it would drive me nuts seeing a band and the vocalist just is walking back and forth with his head down, or
Oh
not getting involved. Like putting on a show to me is more important than hitting every note perfect. Or
yeah,
I mean, we were really tight and we made sure we did, but like first and foremost, we're putting on a good show. You
right,
know,
right. That's I hate to say, but that's kind of where Emir is at now.
yeah.
I just saw Emir with for the Chiodos 20th anniversary for their album,
Oh yeah.
which was weird to have Hawthorne Heights, Chiodos, and
Oh,
then
that's wild. Yeah.
yeah. But he basically like, Frankie is. It almost seems like he's there just to do it,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks. Like he doesn't really like get into it like he used to.
Right.
Which is kind of a bummer to see because it was kind of boring. Like,
Yeah.
and as much as I love them, like, it was just kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many bands that are just like I don't know. They don't put enough effort into like their stage presence.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Print was crazy. Like I couldn't like I was filming them and like the vocalists going everywhere. I didn't know where the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I like. Like that makes that like is embedded in my head.
Oh yeah. Stage presence. We always made sure, like, no
And
matter what, we were gonna have good stage presence.
have you ever seen the Chariot live?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, you know who they are, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys are like that was the epitome of like put on a good show. Who cares if I miss my fucking like they would just throw their instruments at each other
Yeah. Smashing shit and
stuff and like lighting shit on fire and it's like they played their songs but like yeah they missed notes. He would
yeah.
he wouldn't stream right, he would miss a few parts but like
Right.
those were unreal though. Like probably the best
Right.
I've ever seen live.
Oh yeah.
Um the Chariot, you mean the absolute greatest of all time, hands down? Yes.
Yeah.
Chariot is good. Have you all played with the Severnaya Complex? That was a good band from Michigan.
Uh, I don't think so. And
Yeah.
again, like I said, I don't know how shows are now, but like back then, you might have 8 bands, on a lineup, so
Yeah, for sure.
there's no telling.
That's true. Yeah, because back then I think bands I don't know like shows were a lot more stacked. I feel like I look at
Right,
flyers and I go, I mean there'll be like 10 bands, 8 of them are like touring bands.
right,
Be like Impending Doom, Whitechapel,
yeah,
Arsenal Girls, and it's like what the hell? And it's like $15, and you're like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
now if you get 2 of those bands touring together, and then it's
right,
small local bands, which is fine, but like
right.
then you're paying $30, so it's like, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I got a couple questions left. I don't want to keep you too late.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
what are your okay? So what are your thoughts on the whole, not so much revival, but the, I guess it ties into it, but like the support that Giddy Gangsta is getting in 2025. Like, what's your thoughts? And I'm assuming you never thought this would have happened. Starting,
No,
you know,
no, not at all.
you literally have one intro song and two songs. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
in like, yeah.
yeah.
What
I think it's like super wild too to us because even the intro. I mean, we got the two songs done, had time to kill, and we literally made it up on the spot. Like I think we just jammed it, and we just one take just made it. I mean, it's not anything technical or crazy. So,
right?
but I mean, yeah, it's wild. Definitely would not expect it to have that much, support and love still after all this time.
Right. Yeah. Like, I can't imagine being in a band and having like 8 minutes of music,
Right?
and then fast forwarding 20 years later, and people are like gobbling it up like it's fucking crap.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
It's
Like,
wild.
coolest feeling.
Yeah, it is wild. Like I said, I mean, like you said earlier, we don't have a catalog really, and I know they've kind of turned into like classics, but to us it's like, okay, like we know they're decent, but it's like beyond imaginable that it's become what it has been. It's wild.
And like, I know you can't speak for the rest of the band, but I'm assuming you guys have talked about it. What's like everyone else's feeling? Like, are they kind of like,
Same thing. Like what we sold one CD in 25, like that's nuts. You know what I mean? Same, just can't believe it.
right? It's wild. Yeah, no, it's cool. And like a lot of these young kids are doing like deep dives. Like, they're like, hey, like someone right now, I don't know how young he is, but he's asking if we've ever, like, once we were buried, and Lima. I think that was like a Connecticut band or something. I remember them. Once We Were Buried is from Detroit. But like these guys, like they do like their research. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I see them going like, oh, in search of this shirt, and it's like the smallest like local Minnesota band or something, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
crazy. But these guys are doing like their homework, which is really cool to see. But
Right. It's
yeah.
wild. Someone just said, did you play with Mars Needs Cheerleaders? We did actually.
Oh,
They
sick.
were wild. I wonder if they've got music out. I wonder if this person is younger or older because that is a band I've not heard of in years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had two vocalists.
Hmm. I never seen them live. I know who the band is, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. Like you said, I haven't heard that band in a while.
Yeah.
Like, there's some bands that have completely erased my mind.
Yeah.
And someone will mention, I go, wow, it's been a good 15 years since I heard that.
Oh, he said 16. Yeah, yeah, we played with them definitely. I remember them.
And someone said An Autopsy, which is sweet too. I
Yeah.
did their, do you know them?
Uh
I think they're from New York. They later turned into Ultrageist.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't.
Maybe I was thinking of Annotations of an Autopsy.
Oh God, yeah, that's the UK.
Yeah.
That's the UK band, right? Yeah, those guys were sick. I went to their first US tour. Um, who was it with? Hate Eternal, Job for a Cowboy,
Oh
them,
yeah.
and I think All Shall Perish.
Oh,
But
that's dope.
yeah, it was wild, and it's like it's weird because like he's screaming, but then after the show you talk to him, I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but his accent was so heavy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. But yeah, Annotations is they're playing shows too again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I wish they would make their way to the States again because I'd love to see them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the thoughts on, like, yeah, that it's just crazy that some bands, people are clinging to them, and it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Giddy Up Gangsta is one of them. Like We Speak Texan is another one. There's like a handful of bands that are like really getting people's attention.
Yeah.
Definitely, Giddy Up Gangsta is one of them, and it's cool to see because I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of bands that could have been bigger, and
Right.
else kind of got in the way. or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'd be curious to hear, like, especially a younger kid, like their perspective, or like what got you to us, or there's so much good music out. What's standing out for you that makes Stretch Flesh or Hunger Well Satisfied so good? You know what I mean?
right. I personally think, like, for me, and I think a lot of people, I think it's like just I think the MySpace sound is
Hmm.
is its own thing.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, just because in my mind I go, yeah, there's some bands that are repressing their stuff and then remastering their stuff, and I go, I don't know, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way because I feel like the
Yeah.
original sound is kind of what I fell in love with in the first place. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and there's a lot of bands that are trying to mimic that low quality
Right.
sound purposely, not because they don't have any money, but because that's what's big.
Oh yeah, I heard someone the other day that like they were just clipping like crazy and the 808 dropped and it all turned to mush. And I'm like, 15 years ago it would have been like, man, that's bad. But like it was dope. Like it was really cool. Just a
No.
raw sound.
I think it was like someone said, this MySpace sound was just more simple and brutal, and I think
Yeah.
I think I think once you think too much of it, it starts becoming overproduced, this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not a huge. It takes a lot for me to be interested in the new deathcore stuff, like Lorna Shore, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, they're talented, but like it's just too crispy for me.
Right.
Like if between them and you guys, like I would pick you guys to listen to because I feel like that recording is just like,
Oh, I'll take that.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I get it.
it's cool. It's cool that a sound is like a scene. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of wild that bands are like, yeah, we want to have a shitty sound recording, and that's like what they're aiming for. And it's like, okay, well, that's cool, but it's a fine line from like shitty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they get
Oh
that
yeah.
sweet edge, the raw, like,
Yeah.
and it's kind of cool to see. And a lot of bands are like getting it. Like if you just showed me them and I closed my eyes, like, and just listened, like I would be like, yeah, that's from 2005, and it's like
Right. Yeah.
last year. You know what I mean? Like it's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's wild too. I saw Kyle say, "Yeah, we've recorded that EP in a day." And it's so weird because even those two songs are so different, in my eyes, they sound so different. And Stretch Flesh is like a really well put together, verse. It's structured.
Right.
A lot of our songs didn't have that. Bring the riff back in. Bring this back in. So like looking back, it's like, man, how did Stretch Flesh we kind of wrote off for a long time. I think there was even a period where we didn't play that in shows. And I
Oh,
hear it now and I'm like, damn, that's still really good. Like I can't believe we wrote that well put together song.
right. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I think a lot of bands back then that I talk to now don't give themselves enough credit.
Yeah, I think we have a hard time with that. Like we see that it was popular, but in our minds, we're like, oh man, that was shitty. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then it's like you'll sell 170 CDs and you're like, okay, well, is it that shitty?
Yeah. I think this whole thing has definitely like helped us. Like I said, we definitely wanted to record this for ourselves, but now it's like, damn, people like we actually might sell stuff, like people might actually like this and people might want this new stuff.
Right. It's true. Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, you might as well get into it when people want it, right? Like,
Right.
so it's cool that you guys actually put out other shirts that people can grab, and
Right.
um, yeah, it's just wild.
I feel like now's the time to do it too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we got to strike while the iron's hot. This
Oh,
whole scene's popular again. I mean,
right. Yeah, you might as well. Like, everyone's into it now. Everybody wants it now, so you might as well give it to them. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
But some bands don't get that I work with. They're like, yeah, we don't want to do it. Not that I get denied a lot, but there is a handful of bands that are like, either got to convince them or they just don't want to do it.
Hmm.
Dude, like if you just take a look around for a little bit around
Right.
touch of like the music scene now, right? So it's like, yeah, okay, so your band didn't do well back then, you know what I mean? But people
Right.
are loving it now, and it's like, yeah, let's, you know what I mean? Let's like you said, strike while the iron's hot. Like people want it, let's
Right.
and stuff. So it's cool. It's cool. But like I said earlier, I don't think bands really give themselves credit from back then. I think, oh, I was, 17. I wrote that shit in 2 days.
Right.
Good. I'm a better musical artist now. And it's,
Yeah.
but people want that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Someone just brought up LimeWire. Holy shit. Ha! I killed so many computers.
Oh yeah.
Ha! Yeah, LimeWire was sick though. I found so many good bands like from MySpace, and then I'll go to LimeWire and try looking for it.
Oh yeah.
But that was sick. I'm gonna end it off with a one last question.
Yeah.
What is the future? I know we kind of touched on it, but what's the future of Giddy Up Gangsta? Like, what are your goals for the next, couple of years? Like, or what's your even goals for 2026? Like, what's
Yeah, I mean we're close to starting getting the process going to record. So that's first, then I know it's gonna take some time, I live about an hour away from them. So and not just the distance, just scheduling the time that we can get away from, being husbands and dads for a few hours,
right?
So uh we're close to getting on that. That's first. I think it would be really cool to, get the EP, and just kind of get a whole little drop, together of that and just kind of release it all at once. Shows definitely aren't out of the picture in my mind, who knows? I think at least one, like I said, if we build something up and get together with some other bands, I think it'd be really cool to at least do one show, and we might do that and be like, oh shit, we need to do this more.
Right. Yeah. I think that's kind of what like Jerome did. They
Yeah,
kind of got back together, played a show, went holy fuck, and then
yeah,
played EP too.
yeah,
And then they're playing like they just went to California for the first time and played a festival there.
yeah. Someone that put that on reached out to me, and I was like, man, we're not close to that yet, and that's far, you know.
Yeah,
But they're already looking at next year's festival for that. So
that'd be sick.
yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. We've never been out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably guys never really made it out there to play, right? So,
No.
but that's cool. That's exciting. I mean, whatever happens, happens. But I think from the sounds of it, it sounds like you guys aren't finished.
Yeah, we're definitely not finished. And again, even if we don't ever m- not make the time, but if we're never even actually able to play a show, I think we're still gonna release stuff every now and then, and keep playing music. We're not just gonna even in this whole time, like we've all still dabbled in music, it's just
Right.
not ever published anything or done it as a band, but we've still played our instruments for 25, 30 years.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's cool. Does it feel weird to go back to these songs and be like, I'm better. I'm better at this now. Like, do you change it up a little bit because your talent is,
Uh,
more than it was when you were 18 or whatever?
Honestly, I kind of feel like right now, anyway, I'm just now getting back to like running the scales like I used to, or being able to play the full song without, having a hand cramp. I think there's a lot of technique that's better now, but I don't think I'm necessarily a better player than I was then. I mean, when we were doing this when we were 20, I mean, that's probably the best we've all been, in my opinion. Um,
Right.
but it
Right.
is weird. It is weird to go through it and play along to it, the EP or even the new stuff, the old new stuff.
The old new. Right. Right.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
that's gonna be sweet if you guys record that stuff and you
yeah,
know bring it back.
yeah. We're definitely going to it, and I think that's going to be cool to like let it be known like this is our old stuff. Like I think it's going to be really cool. We're super pumped to do it.
So when you record that stuff and it goes really well, Is the chapter closed to even write all new music?
No, we've me and my drummers talked about that, but I feel like we kind of talked about this earlier about I don't know what direction we would go. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the GUG fans, maybe not even from the EP, but like just seeing our set is just because it's different. Like we're not the most technical, you know, there's
Right.
bands way better. So it's like, where are we going to draw that line at? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we going to write new stuff that sounds like new stuff and it's going to blend in with everyone and no one's going to give two shits? Or, you know, I mean, for me at least, I know everything. I still write new stuff and it's still that same style. You know, it sounds like it's from, 2008. So I don't think it'll be difficult. But yeah, I think it's safe to say we're definitely still going to write new stuff after
Yeah.
the EP.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, and I think like sticking to your roots is probably like a good way to go. You know what
Yeah, and there's plenty of bands that I mean, look at August Burns Red, every one of their like they haven't changed. They've only gotten better. And not that they weren't good before, it's just they've stuck to that style. Could they have changed and got even bigger, like a Bring Me the Horizon? Probably.
I mean? Right.
But they've stayed solid and they're amazing. That's one of my top five bands of all time.
Yeah. August. It's kind of the same as Silverstein if you listen to them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they didn't change their sound really.
Right.
Still good. They could have been bigger. They could have sold out, whatever. But like,
Right.
you know what I mean. So I feel like, I mean, I think whatever you guys put out will be sweet. But I
Yeah.
think keeping it, you know, have a little bit of new, have a little because that's kind of what Jerome.
Right.
Jerome put out an EP like a month ago, and it's like so good, and
Yeah.
it's basically where they left off. And
Right.
but then it has like a sprinkle of like some new shit, and
Yeah.
it's like it worked perfectly. People love it, and I think that's like something Gug would probably. I
Yeah.
see them doing the same thing. I see you guys do the same thing, like being like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good way to put it. Picking up where you left off, because that kind of goes into everything I write it still sounds like, yeah, we would have wrote this in 2008.
right, right, yeah,
So,
exactly. No, that's cool. That's awesome. No, I'm excited. Whatever happens, I'm excited. If a show happens, though, I'll definitely have to.
oh yeah.
I'll have to make the trek. Chicago's not that far from me, so it's not.
No. Yeah. Listen, if they asked me today to play a show, I would. I know I'm probably more pumped to play a show than anyone, but it'd be difficult.
Are the other guys open to it too, though? Like, are they kind of like, or
They're kind of, I mean, I think they would. I think given the right circumstances, they would. And I think, like we said, all of this has definitely helped. Like,
right,
oh shit, maybe there would be more than five people at the local VFW to come see us. You know what I mean?
right? I think you guys are in one of those scenarios like Jerome. I keep comparing you guys to Jerome because I feel like you guys are almost on the same. Like you are where Jerome was like last year, and I feel like
Right,
it's kind of in the same projection in my eyes, anyways. Because
right.
same thing, they were like, because they had the same deal. They had songs, they played live, but never,
Hmm.
and they only have 4 songs to their name, but they're everybody loves Jerome. Everybody wants a piece
Oh
of Jerome.
yeah,
So it's like, okay, that's cool. So you're just like, I can see Giddy Gangsta kind of doing the same thing with like, okay, we don't have a lot of material. We have a lot of stuff we didn't record. Let's
hmm.
it. Let's do this with it. Play a show. Like I can see people traveling and
Oh
coming
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. That'd be dope.
People travel to go see Jerome in Chicago. Like there was, I was talking to a few people at the show in Chicago, and they were like, "Yeah, I drove 14 hours," and I was like,
Wow.
"Some people like flew in. Like it's crazy."
Yeah. And I mean, maybe kind of like what you said earlier about like expecting this type of response. It might be something like that where we do it and we're like, wow, we did not expect this.
Right.
Partially because it's been so long and there's this whole new era of kids that never got to see the 2008, 9, 10, shows, and experience that.
Someone said, "Been there, seen that fest."
That'd
That's
be dope. That's a good idea.
that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
sick. Like get like do a Chicago one and get like Jerome, you guys, like
Yeah, that'd be dope.
get a couple of cool Ohio, like get like mix it with like the old and new. Like that'd be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, you're gonna have to keep me updated on that gather here today. You know, that's awesome.
Oh,
They're so good.
for
Andy actually helped me build my guitar rig, you know, because I we played with them all the time and their sound was
oh,
just
nice.
so crisp. What is it?
What's that?
Oh, I thought you said something. No,
Oh,
and I just yeah, they were dope. You know, we played with them a lot.
that's cool. Yeah, if who said we would play Been There, Seen That Fest in a heartbeat? Yeah, Coma Witch. Have you check out Coma Witch? Those guys are
Oh, I will.
heavy and really good. And then they have a second band. Well, some of the members or one of the members from Coma Witch is also in a band called the Hate Campaign, and those guys are fucking crazy too. I put out their album, and yeah, it sold really well. People love it. So um,
I see quite a I see people saying the been there, seen that fest. I think that's your sign.
yeah, it's weird that I thought about it, but I was like, I'm in Canada, so I don't know how easy it would be to find like a venue and like,
Right.
but I know enough people to kind of make it happen. Maybe that could be
Right. Yeah.
sweet. That would be sweet. I definitely would think about. I never put a show on before, but I definitely would.
Yeah.
It'd be sick.
Oh yeah.
I've been to seen that fest would be super cool. That's something that like now you got my
Yeah.
bigger bigger things now. No, that'd be
Yeah.
because I know some bands want to make it out here too,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
to this side of the planet. So that'd be awesome. Yeah. Well, if that ever happens, I'm definitely going to be getting Giddy Up Gangsta on board
Oh
because,
yeah. We might have to come out for that.
and then yeah, that'd be sick. Um, ask bigger mice if there are bands to headline, bring the draw, and just book legends. Yeah. Well, That's what I was saying. Kind of mix it up. Like I know, like even Rose Funeral. Like I know those guys. Like it'd be sick to get them from Ohio to come
Yeah.
play a show with you guys. Jerome, fucking Dead in My Eyes, a couple
Yeah.
other big Home Witch. Like
That'd be
that'd be
dope.
that'd be crazy cool. Yeah, but I don't want to keep you anymore. I think that was my last. Yeah, that was my last question. I kind of wanted to see what you know, what the future is of Giddy Up Gangsta, and I think people are excited.
Oh yeah.
Um, and yeah, if you guys keep yourself up in like the social media, like I feel like you guys do pretty well with like Instagram and stuff and stuff like that, and being like relevant because it's hard to like sift through the shit of you know what I mean,
Yeah,
like.
it's wild, like that whole algorithm stuff, and you know, we've got the business one, so we can see like all the views on even a picture and your monthly engagement, and like I don't know what's like really good and normal, but like to me, like right now we've got 80,000 views this month total. I'm like that's just wild to me, you know, like that's insane.
Like on Spotify?
No, like Instagram, like the business account will show you
Oh yeah,
view,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like total views from everything, and like it's like at 79,000 for the month right now, and it's just wild.
Crazy. Can you see
Yeah.
how many people view your merch store?
Uh, we don't handle that well. One of the drummer's wife does. I'd say she probably can. Yeah, I think she probably can see that. I don't know.
Because that would tell you a lot too. Because when I use Big Cartel, and they'll tell me like monthly how many views they get just on my
Mhm.
site, and
Right.
even that is kind of cool to see because you're like, oh shit, like people are
Oh
want to see
yeah.
my stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, I know algorithm is like Instagram's like a whole second job, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's but yeah, I don't want to keep you. I know I keep saying that, but there's people that are asking questions too, so I just kind of want to zim through here
Okay.
and just to see if anybody has anything. I think a lot of people are talking about been there, seeing that fest, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Um, what did this guy say here? Dude, I can't wait for the Targeted CD. Oh yeah, those should be in a couple days. By the way, the Targeted. It's another good band. Um, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe there was. There's a lot of talking, but it's about bands and stuff. I remember I Killed Everyone. Those guys were really good too.
Oh, I'll tell you one of the best or my favorite comebacks, Eternal Lord.
Oh,
I saw that pop up. Oh
Yeah,
man, blessed to be this nightmare. I still listen to that. Or blessed to be this curse. I might have said it wrong, but anyway, yeah, those guys are just awesome.
yeah, those guys were tough. Actually, I think did I say Hate Eternal or Eternal Lord? Wait, Eternal Lord's from Australia, right, or something?
Yes, I something like that. UK, Australia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. No, it wasn't them. I always get Hate Eternal and Eternal Lord confused.
Yeah,
So, but because I was going back on the annotation show, but I think it was Hate Eternal.
yeah.
But when someone brought up the Mess in the Morgue, um, I think that's a North Carolina band, but those guys were sick too. I did their CDs and merch. If everyone wants the stuff that I did years ago, and now they're
Right.
in love with it, and I'm like, damn, I already did all that.
Yeah.
um, someone's waiting on the Graf Orlok and Final Burden comeback. Yeah, that'd be sick. Graf Orlok was sick. Have you listened to those guys, Brandon? Graf
Uh-uh.
Orlok,
Uh-uh.
no? They're like a grind band, but they use a lot of like samples, like
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
especially a lot of like Schwarzenegger stuff. So it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun stuff. But but yeah. Anyways, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. And it was definitely a pleasure having you and the rest of the guys in the chat.
Oh yeah, it was fun. Our first interview. There you go.
Yeah, first Giddy up Gangsta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep me in the loop with stuff. I definitely would love to
Oh
work
yeah.
with you guys
Oh yeah,
and
for
do
sure. We definitely
stuff.
appreciate all the love and support from you. So it's much
Yeah,
appreciated.
sweet. Okay, well, it was. I want to thank everyone who popped in,
Yeah,
uh,
thank you guys.
and thanks for all the questions and stuff. Hopefully, we didn't skip too many of you. I know there was a point where we were kind of getting back and forth, but yeah. Anyways, take care, guys, and I will catch you on the next one. See you,
See you
Brandon.
guys. See you. Thanks.